Good morning, dear students. Today we are coming with a new topic, properties of the quadratic functions. So we learn all these points one by one with the help to describe all these points here. These are almost 5 points, and one by one we will learn from the graph of the parabola thoroughly. We will understand thoroughly all these points. So you are very well aware of the parabola shapes known from the previous lectures. The graph of the function is always a parabola. These are called the general properties of the quadratic functions. So the graph is a parabola. The vertex of the graph is a point hk. What is this point's vertex? Vertex is actually a point where two lines meet with each other or two curves meet with each other. So that point is called a vertex. So H and K. H and K. If H is showing to you the x-axis point and K is showing to you the y-axis point, the height of the point. So we will discuss with the graph of the parabola. The third point is the axis of symmetry of the graph of f is the straight line x is equal to h, which is parallel to y-axis, or y-axis itself is called it is a straight line. It is a symmetry to x-axis as well. Because it is y-axis is a parallel to y-axis, so this is why it is also we called it is a x-axis of symmetry. It can be x-axis of symmetry, y itself at the point of 0. So as I told you earlier, that it will be more clear to us from the graph of the parabola. Now what is this h locate? If we put this h value, which is the x-axis of symmetry, or we call the x point, so if we put this x, and we will get the value of the function k, and that value of the k will be with us minimum value of the function or maximum value of the function. As you know, the a is the coefficient of x square. If a is greater than 0, it will be minimum value. If a is less than 0, it will be a maximum value. The fifth and the last point is, which we will come to know, which we will understand from the graph of the parabola. The domain of f is the set of real number r, and the range is this. So the domain is, we discussed earlier that it is the set of real numbers, and the ranges we will discuss these points from the graph, that how these ranges coming. If a is less than 0, the range will be from minus infinity to k, so it will be an increasing function, or so it will be, the range will, we will write it like this. And if a is greater than 0, then it will be from minus k to infinity. So let us discuss these points one by one from the graph of the parabola. So let us discuss all these properties from these given examples here. Let f is a function from r to r with a quadratic function. F of x is equal to minus 2x squared minus 4x plus 8. the function is defined like this: f of x is equal to minus 2x square minus 4x plus 8. Find the vertex. Look at all the previous points have been given here. We will have to find one by one. Find the vertex, x-axis of symmetry, minimum or maximum value of f of x, interval where f is increasing or decreasing, range of f, and then the graph of the functions. So almost the 4 points, the first 4 points we can learn without the help of the graph, but the rest of the points can be more understandable with the help of the graph. Although we can learn all these points without the graph as well, but the graph will make us understand more precisely. So look at here, please come here with the vertex h and k. First we will find the h values. So for the h value you will have to memorize this formula: h is equal to minus b by 2a. So minus b. What is the b? B is the coefficient of x. So minus 4. We will put minus 4 here, divided by 2a. A is the coefficient of x square, so minus 2. So minus plus 4 divided by minus 4, so you will get minus 1. So the h values we got minus 1. So as we discussed earlier, the h value is always with us is the x-axis of symmetry. So k, now we come to the point k. So this k value, k is equal to, for this you will have to memorize this formula, please. Without memorizing these formulas you will not be able to learn to solve the questions. So you will have to memorize these formulas. K is equal to c minus b square divided by 4a. What is the value of c? C is this constant, constant value c, 8, minus b square. Put the b value, which is minus 4 square divided by 4a. A is minus 2. So 8 minus b square is 4 16. 8 minus 16 divided by minus 2 4s are 8. This minus and this minus will multiplied with each other, so we will get plus, or 8 divided by 16 divided by 8 will give us minus 2, which will multiplied with this minus, so it will give us plus 2, so we will get 10. So we got the h and k values here. So now the rest of the question is very easy. From these 2 points, the first point is very crucial. If you understand these 2 formulas, if you memorize and you write the answer of these 2, so the rest of the 2-3 answer is already we can answer the rest of the 2-3 point with the help of the vertex here. So what is the x-axis of symmetry? H is equal to minus 1, which will be a horizontal line to y-axis, as we discussed, and now with the graph we will more understand. What is the maximum value? This h value, if we put and the given function here as x, so we will get our x is equal to minus 1. If we put this value and the given function, so here I have put this value. I hope so you can do it by yourself and you will get the answer 10. So this is the maximum value. So how we will get the maximum value? If we put the x-axis of symmetry value and the given function, we will get the maximum value. Here I have written maximum value because in the question they are asking from us maximum or minimum value, but here I have written maximum value. Why? Because the coefficient of x square a is less than 0. The last question was, what is the interval in increasing interval? Sorry, this is increasing. Okay, this is increasing interval, which is minus infinity to h, and it will give us minus infinity to minus 1. If you look at this graph from the graph as well, I am going to show it from the graph. From the graph, if we come from minus infinity, this is minus infinity, this left side is minus infinity. If we come to minus infinity, and once we reached to minus 1, look at, so the function are increasing with us from minus infinity to 1. From minus infinity to 1, the function is increasing. The function is increasing. So we say that from minus infinity to h, so minus infinity to h, the h value is 1, the function is increasing with us. And when the function is decreasing, when it's reached to minus 1, the function start decreasing. So from this interval, from minus infinity to 1, this interval is an increasing interval. And from minus infinity, minus 1 to positive infinity, when we go to the positive side, so the function is starting decreasing. So this is a decreasing interval with us. As we discussed earlier, the range, since a is less than 0, therefore the range is minus infinity to k. Minus infinity to k. The y-axis, look at the y-axis, our range. This is x-axis, and it starts, the height of the function, you will always consider that it is the range of the function. So it starts from minus infinity to from minus infinity, when it goes to 10. So this is called the range of the function. Minus infinity to 10. So minus infinity to k is the value. A is less than 0, therefore from minus infinity to 10, this is the range of the function. The y-axis value is the range of the function from minus infinity to 10. This is the range of the function. Now this line, this shaded line, it shows us about the symmetry of x-axis. Look at here. This shaded line, we say this is symmetry of the x-axis, the symmetry of x-axis, and this symmetry of x-axis, it will always be parallel to the y-axis. This is the symmetry of x-axis. This is why we call the symmetry of the x-axis. And this symmetrical point, the symmetrical line, will always divide the given parabola in two equal parts. This is why it is called symmetrical point. Mostly. So symmetrical point. So from I hope so. Now you understand. Look at the domain of the function is the real number line. The real number line. The vertex of the parabola is here. This is the vertex of the parabola. Actually, these are the x-intercept, but you can do it very easily by yourself. How to find the x-intercepts and the x-axis of symmetries and the range of the function. The from minus infinity to 1, minus infinity to minus 1. This is actually minus 1. for minus 1, sorry. For minus 1 it is an increasing interval, and from minus 1 to positive infinity, then it is a decreasing interval. And the range of the function is, it starts from minus infinity, it is located minus infinity to 10, which we said the height of the parabola. So from minus infinity to 10, because the function is starting from minus infinity to